Good day everyone, and welcome to today's class. So today's class will all be about the practical of our fashion illustration. It's very simple and it's very easy for everyone to understand. Once you follow the method I'm going to be teaching you and you watch it carefully, you're going to get a good and nice result. So what we'll be doing today is we'll be drawing our base, which is the foundation of our fashion illustration. And these are the tools you'll be needing. You'll be needing your HB pencil, your sharpener. Sharpener is optional, but just keep it aside, let it be within you. Then your eraser. You'll be needing your ruler. You can see the ruler I'm using. Make sure you get the type of this ruler for yours also. It will guide you and make your sketching very easy. And you'll be needing your sketch pad or your A4 paper. This is what an A4 paper looks like. You can see it. You can buy it in a pack or you buy a sketch pad, whichever one, it's okay. So this is what you'll be needing for your sketching. Okay, so this is what we'll be doing today. We'll be doing the skeletal part of our illustration. This is what the skeletal part looks like. You can see with this you'll be able to get this. You can see this. You'll be able to get the front part, you'll be able to get the back parts. I hope you can see that. So but before you can achieve this and this, you need to know this very well. This is the foundation. Everything we are doing, there's always a foundation to everything. Just take an instance of you building a house, you need a foundation. The more the foundation is good, the better the results you get. Okay, so this is what we'll be drawing today. This is what we'll be illustrating today. Then later on we'll move to this. Then from this you'll be able to get this. You can see that it's step by step. This is the first step, this is the second step, this is the third one. So from this also there are still more to it, like you get a 3D fashion illustration, but that will be taught in a paid class, so just be at alert for that. So from this also, from this is a shirt and a pants, okay, and this is a gown, a flare gown. You can see that. So from this from this I was able to get this, but before I can be able to draw this, I have to know this properly. I have to be very correct with this foundation. So this is what we'll be doing for today. Now let's get started. I'm going to be keeping this aside. Now take my A4 paper or your sketch pad. So you're going to be getting a center line for this. So to get a center line, a straight line, you can fold your A4 paper into two. Just pick one and make sure there is a pad underneath so that your work will not be rough. So you fold it into two like this, then use your hand to blend up the middle parts, just like so, to get the middle point. You are going to fold it into two equal halves, then you blend it up. So then you open it up and rule a straight line. Get a straight line from that part. Just follow the line that is being folded and mark a straight line. So for the sake of this class, I'll be making my pencil very much visible. The lines that I'll be drawing, I'll be making them visible. But if you are making yours, make sure that your pencil is fainted. Let it be fainted as much as possible. Can you see this line that I drew here? Can you see this line? Can you see this? This is a little bit thicker than this. You can see that. So let's just be as fainted as this, sorry, because you are going to be, you can see this. Let's take for instance of these two parts. Before I achieved this was here. I have this here. So all these lines now I'm going to be erasing it. I erase it off while fleshing up this croaking. So for this also, to get the design, this part also will need to be erased off from this part. If you want to achieve this, or this one, now if I want to clothe this person, now this person now is still naked. If I want to clothe the person now, the person nakedness will not be showing anymore, so you're going to be erasing. So if your pencil is too thick, erasing it will be a little bit difficult. All the lines will still be visible. We can also still see some parts of the lines that are still showing there. So that's why your pencil needs to be as faint as possible, as let it be fainted. Okay, so now let's get started. So there's a formula for this. This is called a croquis. So there's a formula to follow to achieve all of this, and the formula is very easy. For the start point, we are going to just write this formula down. You're going to be having 1 inch, another 1 inch again, then ½ inch, 18 centimeter, and 1 inch. Let me come again. We have 1 inch, 1 inch, ½ inch, 18 centimeter, and 1 inch. So that is why it's important for you to get this type of ruler. Don't get the shorter one, get the longer one of this, and don't get the colored one. Let it be this type, okay, because it will make your work easy. So now let's get started. So the first one I have here is 1 inch, so I'm going to be marking it out on my straight line. And if you want to start, don't start from the edge of this ruler. Make sure you start from this part. You can see that from the 0 line. Can you see that from this part that I'm pointing? That's where you should start your measurement. Okay, so I'll measure 1 inch. That's from here to here is 1 inch, not from where the number 1 is. Let it be the line, the longer line. You can see there. Then you take it out. Then from there also I'll have another 1 inch. You can see I'll mark it out. Then I'll have ½ inch. So your ½ inch should be this. I think we are all fashion designers in this group. You should be familiar with all these inches. So ½ inch is the second long line. After this one, the second long line is ½ inch. Okay, then 80 centimeter. You're going to reverse your ruler and start from the 0 line and mark 18 centimeter. Okay, so 18 centimeter. Then I'll mark the last one, which is my 1 inch. Are we good? So this is the line. Then I'll mark it out. Make sure that the lines are straight. Okay, so I've marked it out now, and this is what I have. So you label it. This will be the start, this will be the jaw, the second line will be the jaw, the third one will be the shoulder, then this will be my ankle, yeah, my ankle, and this will be my foot or the end. Okay, so this line, the 18 centimeter line, we are going to be dividing it by 3. You can see that there is no bust here, there's no waist, there's no hip, and there's no knee. So our body part is not complete. So this space, this 18 centimeter, from here to here, you're going to be dividing it into 3. Okay, and 18 divided into 3, we have 6 inches. Sorry, we have 6. Okay, so 18 centimeter divided by 3, we have 6 centimeters. So each line will be 6 centimeter each. Then another 6 centimeter. This is what I have. So I'm going to be marking this out also like this. please don't let your line be as thick as mine. Okay, I'm just doing this for the sake of this class. So now this is my hip. The first 6 centimeter is my hip, the second one is my knee. Okay, now we are here to get our bust and our waist. Our bust and our waist is what is left, but while we are drafting, you get that. Okay, so now let's get started. So from the start point, for the start line, we are going to measure 0.7 centimeter on both sides. You start from the midpoint here, you measure it on both sides of the line. So 0.7, this is 0. The next line is 0.1. The next line is 0.1. Then you count from there. Don't count from the first, the long line. Don't count from there. It's after the longer line, then you start your counting. Okay, so this is 0. Then you start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then you take it out. Do the same thing at the other side. 0.7. Then you take it out. Then you do the same thing on the jaw line too. You mark your 0.7. You can as well be writing out the numbers as we are sketching your own, so that you understand it better when next you are going to sketch. So 0.7 at the other side too. You need to strain your eyes a little bit so that you can see what you are doing. So I've marked that. Once your lines are correct, really once your points are correct, the lines also will be correct. So we are going to draw it together, draw a straight line from that point to this, and also do the same thing here. Okay, so this is what I have. All right, so now let's proceed. So on the shoulder, we've done the start and the jaw. So on the shoulder line, you are also going to be measuring 2.1. Let me pull this out. We have 0.7 centimeter here on both starts and the jaw line. Okay, so but on the shoulder, we are going to be having 2.1 centimeter on both sides. Okay, so we start from the midpoint here, 2.1. This is 2. Then the next line should be 1. The longer line is 2. When you count from here, from the 0 here, the 1 that is behind the 2 is 2. Then the next line starts counting 1. Okay, then you do the same thing on the other side. That's 2.1. Okay, so are we good? So this line, this 2.1, we have one here, we have the other one here. So we are going to be dividing from here to where this 2.1 stop into 3 equal parts. Okay, so 2.7 divided by 3, we have 0.7. Okay, we can as well measure 0.7 3 times on the shoulder line on both sides. It's also correct, but for better understanding, just do 2.1 first, then you divide the 2.1 into 3, then you have 0.7. So from this point, I'm going to be marking 0.7, then from that point where I tick just now, I'm going to measure another 0.7. okay, so I'll do the same thing on the other side. So if we are doing on the other side, don't start from the midpoint here, rather start from this point. There's a reason for that. You can try it out and check, because if you start from here, this part will be smaller, it will not be equal. So you need to start from here, counting backward. Okay, so 0.7, you mark it here too. Then you start again and mark 0.7 here also. Okay, so this is what we have. So the measurements you have here, we are going to repeat the same thing on the hip line. What you did here, you do the same thing on the hip line. So let's go again. So firstly, I have 2.1, then on the other side also I'll get 2.1, then from there I'll divide into 3, which is 0.7 for each, 0.7, then another 0.7. okay, then I'll do the same thing here, 0.7 and another 0.7. sorry, I'm straining my eye just to see the line. Okay, so this is what I have. Now we are going to be connecting the lines together. Please pay attention to this part so that there won't be any mistake. Okay, so from the midpoints here, we are going to be drawing a triangular shape, and up and down we are going to be drawing a triangular shape. You see it while I'm doing that. So from the midpoints here, you place your ruler and draw a slant line to the end of those points, this point where the 2.1 stop. Okay, so you mark it this way, then you do the same thing to the other side. Make sure that your lines are straight and it falls to the point part. So you do the other part, you reverse it the other way. Then do the same thing again. Okay, so this is what I have. You can see this is what I have. So the triangle shape meeting points, the meeting point of both lines will be our waist. Okay, will be for the waist. So you're going to just draw a straight line from the midpoint here, meeting points, then you just draw a straight line. So then this is the waist, then get the bust parts, bust area. You can put measurements there, but there's no measurement, there's no particular measurement for this. Okay, so this will be our bust. Okay, are we good? So the next thing we are going to be doing now is for us to get our knee measurements, to get the knee part. So for the knee, you are going to be measuring 0.7 on both sides. I think by now you should be familiar with that 0.7. okay, you're going to be measuring 0.7 on both sides. Do the same thing. Now secondly, pay attention again. So this 0.7, we are going to be dividing it into 2. 0.7 divided by 2, we have 0.35. okay, so that 0.35, we are going to be measuring it in and out of this line. This space you mark 0.35, then outside you mark 0.35. Are we clear? So do the same thing on both sides. So now my 0.7, this is from here to here is my 0.7, so I've divided into 2, so I have 0.35. so I'll measure 0.35 in and out. So 0.35 should be